Hi boys and girls, Happy New Year. Today is the second Sunday in Ordinary Time. And the first reading today is a good story. It's a good story about a man named Samuel. And Samuel was a great prophet, but it introduces an early on introduction to God. Samuel used to take care of the temple back in Jerusalem. He used to keep the lights lit. And they didn't have switches like we do today with electricity. So he also helped to take care of a man named Eli, who was blind and an elderly man. And when he was sleeping one night, God was calling him, and he would say, "Samuel, Samuel." And 3 different times God kept calling him, and Samuel kept running to Eli saying, What do you want? And Eli finally realized that it was God that was calling him. So he said, "The next time that you hear a voice, I want you to say, 'Here I am. I'm listening. Tell me what you want me to do.'" And that is what Samuel did. And Samuel really learned to listen to God. And by listening to God, he was able to spread the word of God, because he was a great prophet of what God was advising him to do in the earlier Old Testament. So when we get to the gospel reading, we talk about the Gospel of John, who shares with us a story about John the Baptist. We heard early on during the Advent time about John the Baptist and how he was saying someone greater is coming. And as John was walking with 2 disciples, he saw Jesus and he says, "There's the Messiah." And they were like, "This is the Messiah?" They're so excited. This is the first time that they had seen him. So they followed Jesus and said, and Jesus turned around and said, "What do you guys want?" And they said, "I want to see where you go. I want to see what you do. I want to see how you live." So in both of these readings, the first one we talk about listening, really listening to what God is sharing with us, listening. And sometimes when we are in the midst of doing a lot of things, we don't listen. How many times have your parents had say, "Listen to me, listen to what I am saying to you"? Sometimes we have to sit back and really pause and really listen. And when we listen to God, it's usually through our heart, and he tells us what the good choices to make. And the same way with in the gospel reading, seeing Jesus. We want to see him. We want to see what he does and how he works in our life, and what people remind us of what Jesus must be like and all the good things that they do. So boys and girls, both of these 2 are the beginning of knowing who Jesus really is. Also, in the end of this gospel reading, Jesus meets Peter for the first time and names him Peter. So both of these talks are like where it all began. So we're just beginning in our faith. You guys are young and just beginning in your faith. So it's really important for you to listen and see what's ahead. Take care. Bye-bye.